Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Today's video is another monthly favourite. I'm going to be chatting through everything I've been loving throughout October, and I've also got a few new in fashion pieces to show you as well. And as usual, there's a mix of everything that I'm going to be chatting through, from beauty to skincare, fragrance, home bits, fashion, some shoes, a little bit of everything, and everything featured will be linked below in the description box as well. But if you've got any questions, just leave a comment and I will get back to you as soon as possible. But I'm going to get going, and I am going to start off with beauty and a mascara that I have been loving recently, and it is the YSL Volume Effect Faux Cils Radical Mascara, and it is brilliant. It is super volumizing, super lengthening. It gives that like dramatic lash look, but obviously it's buildable, so you can wear it during the day and just put a little bit on, or you can really like build it up to give that lovely kind of like, well, I say lovely, not everyone likes a kind of dramatic lash look, but I am a fan of like a lot of mascara, as you can probably tell. But yeah, it's just great. But if not, it's great of an evening. If you prefer more of like a fuller kind of dramatic lash look of an evening, it's great. The only negative I'd say about this is that it does sometimes transfer a little bit onto my eyelids and under my eyes during the day, like after a few hours. Sometimes I look in the mirror and I can see it's like smudged a little bit where my lashes have touched the top of my eyelid. I get a little bit of mark, which obviously you can just rub away easily. So that is the one negative I would say, but apart from that, it's brilliant. Also, I would just mention that maybe don't judge it the first time you use it, because you know with some mascaras you need to use them a few times just to let like a little bit of air in, just to let it dry out slightly, and it gives a slightly better consistency. I think the first time I used it I was like, it's okay, but after a couple of uses it just gets a little bit slightly drier and just gives that more, I don't know, it's just nicer after a few uses. So don't judge it on the first use. But yeah, really been loving that. Sticking with beauty, another favourite from this month is the new Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. And again, I am wearing this today, and I've been using this the past couple of weeks, I'd say, and I've been really liking it. It's a lovely creamy concealer. It's got good coverage, but it still feels really light when it's on as well. It's kind of like a little bit goes a long way, and it covers my under eye like dark circles, but doesn't feel heavy, doesn't feel cakey. It blends out really nicely, and just a really lovely concealer, and it doesn't like crease or oxidize or anything like that. It just, yeah, it's just a really lovely concealer, and I'm wearing it in shade 6.5 medium. And I've been using this alongside a new powder from Charlotte Tilbury. This is also a new release. This is the Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finish Powder. And I have been using the regular Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish Powder for a couple of years now. I use it in shade medium. It's beautiful. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it. It's a super lightweight powder, but it just airbrushes any pores. It sets your makeup really beautifully, but without feeling cakey or heavy like some powders can. Anyway, this is the same powder but in a brightening version. So it comes white like this. Obviously it doesn't come out white on the skin, but I'd say it's even more lightweight than the regular Flawless Finish powder. And I've been using this to set my under eye makeup. So I've been popping the concealer on, blending it in, and then setting it with this brightening powder. And it just feels so lightweight. Like, you know, some powders, especially when you put them under your eye, they can like go a little bit cakey, a little bit dry. They can kind of sometimes make your makeup look worse than it did before you set it. This is so lightweight, and it just sets your under eye concealer. It stops it from creasing, but without making it feel cakey or heavy or dry. And it just brightens up your under eye ever so slightly, but without that over white look that I think can sometimes look, just sometimes when it's too bright and too light, it looks a little bit unnatural, whereas this still looks really natural and just feels really comfortable on the skin as well. Okay, next up is a homeware favorite, and this is from a new collaboration between Mejuri and home scenting brand Vitruvi. And if you follow my channel already, you guys know that I love Mejuri jewellery. All of my everyday pieces are from Mejuri. In fact, I've actually got a few new in pieces to show you today as well. But this is a new collaboration between Vitruvi and Mejuri, and it is this gorgeous gold diffuser and a essential oil blend. And what I love the most about this diffuser is the fact that it's cordless. So you plug it in, you charge it up, and then you just take the lid off, add a few drops of the oil into there. It does actually say on the back to add 20 to 30 drops, but when I've been using it, I've just been using 10 drops and it's still been making this whole room smell incredible. So you add the drops and add some water into this bit here, pop the lid back on, and then it's got these buttons on the back to turn it on, so you can pop it on for 4 hours or 8 hours. This one is for the light, and it heats up almost instantly. Can you see the steam coming out of that already? And it smells amazing. This essential oil is gorgeous. It is. It says on the back that it's got patchouli, bergamot, vetiver, geranium, fir, sage, myrrh, cedarwood, frankincense, and vanilla. There's a few others in there that I couldn't pronounce, so I just skimmed past them. But it smells gorgeous and I've just been loving it. I think I'm going to keep this in the bathroom because I love the fact that it's cordless. Obviously you can take it into the bathroom with you when you're having a bath. I love this beautiful brushed gold of it as well, especially if you've got gold hardware in your bathroom. I think a lot of people are going for more like gold hardware in their bathroom and kitchens at the moment, and I think it matches really well with that style as well. And sticking with Mejuri, the earrings that I'm wearing today are also new from Mejuri and they are just beautiful. They are gold vermeil studs with white topaz gemstones, and I just think they're beautiful as just simple, like sparkly everyday earrings, but would also be lovely as an evening earring because they are so sparkly. They're just a really lovely statement stud. But also I think they'd be lovely as like a, even if you were getting married and you wanted something a little bit special as like a wedding earring, I think they're so, so pretty. I've also got a few new rings from Mejuri that I wanted to show you. First up is this beautiful heart ring that I'm wearing on my ring finger, and this is just stunning. This is from the new Mejuri heart collection, and they've brought out a range of like heart pieces of jewellery. So they've got some rings, some beautiful necklaces. Quite a few of the pieces are sold out already, but this ring does also come in white gold as well, which is stunning. And then it also comes in some gold vermeil options as well for a more affordable option, under £100. Gold vermeil of like different colours. They've got black, I think they've got black, white and pink with different coloured gemstones running across them, which are really cute. And they also come in gold vermeil necklaces as well, but I just love this chunky heart statement ring. I think it's so pretty and would make a really lovely gift as well. And then a couple of other rings from Mejuri that I've got stacked on this finger here. Obviously I will insert a close-up so you can see them properly. I'm pretty sure that these are both new releases from Mejuri. I know the top one definitely is because that caught my eye when I saw it, and I thought it would be perfect for stacking with other rings because of the style of it. So it's just a really simple thin gold band, and then underneath it it's got this little section, like a little row underneath it of tiny diamonds, which I just thought was so pretty. And especially when you stack it next to another ring, because it almost looks, it kind of gives the illusion of 3 rings because you've got that little strip of diamonds in the middle, so it sits really nicely next to this other ring. And again, when I spotted this, I thought this would be really lovely for stacking as well, because I've got this ring on my middle finger, which is a similar style, this like dotty one from Mejuri. And I always think this style of ring with a little bit more detail to it always looks really lovely stacked between other rings. So I think those two work perfectly together. And then on my thumb, I have got on this gorgeous double ring. And if I just take this off so you can see the style of it. So it is literally 2 gold rings like linked together, but when it's on they kind of just sit together and almost like wrap around each other. So one is more of like a textured like twisted ring, and then the other is just a really simple gold band, both 14 karat gold. It almost looks like you've got 2 rings stacked on top of each other, but obviously they're kind of wrapped around each other at the same time, and I think it works really well as a thumb ring. All of the jewellery will be linked below in the description box, and I do have a discount code for 10% off at Mejuri, which will also pop down below as well. And obviously the diffuser and the oil will be down there as well, but I just wanted to quickly mention that if you are ordering the diffuser and you don't live in America, then you will need to purchase a plug adapter as well, because when I tried it, the actual plug doesn't fit into the UK plugs we've got here. It's obviously got an American plug on it. Luckily, I had a little charging cable for something else that worked for it. But in fact, let me just show you. I'll try and insert a close-up so you can see the actual charging thing, just in case you already do have one like that, but it's kind of like just a long flat one. But yeah, the plug, luckily I had a spare one so I could charge it, but if not, you will need to order a US to UK adapter, or wherever you're buying one from, you'd need to purchase an adapter to be able to charge it. Next up is a moisturiser I've been loving, and it's the Beauty Pie Super Healthy Skin Deluxe Body Moisture Cream. And this is gorgeous. It is a really lovely body moisturiser. I've been using it pretty much every day after I get out of the shower. And first of all, it smells gorgeous. It's got a really lovely, it's not too overpowering, but it's got a really lovely, fresh, clean fragrance to it. Almost smells a little bit citrusy, a little bit orangey as well. It's really lightweight, but really hydrating at the same time. I've almost finished this pot. But a little bit goes a really long way, and it makes your skin feel super hydrated, like especially this time of year when your skin's getting a little bit dry. It's lovely and moisturising, but it sinks in straight away. So it doesn't, you know, sometimes with some moisturisers you like have to feel like you have to wait a while before you put clothes on because it's a bit sticky and they're a bit tacky. This sinks in instantly. It feels really silky smooth, but still super hydrating at the same time. And I've just been really liking it. So I thought I would mention that. I have actually ordered a big pot of it as well, because I ordered this small one by mistake. I thought I was ordering the bigger version. So although it has actually lasted me quite a while, considering it's quite a small pot, because like I said, a little bit goes a long way. Next up is a fragrance that I've been loving, and it is Jo Malone Velvet Rose and Oud. And it is just one of these little mini bottles from Jo Malone. I've had a few of these in the past. In fact, this was actually how I discovered my absolute favourite Jo Malone fragrance, which is Myrrh and Tonka. I got a little mini one of these in like a gift box or something, and I just adored it. It's such a gorgeous fragrance. If you haven't tried it, I definitely recommend trying Myrrh and Tonka. But I got this a while ago and hadn't really used it, and then I started using this a couple of weeks ago. I think I was going out of an evening, I wanted to try something a little bit different, and I wore this and I could just smell it. Not smell it on myself too heavily, but you know when you just keep getting whiffs. I think because it was a different fragrance that I usually use, so I wasn't used to it. So I just kept getting whiffs of it, and it was just gorgeous. Although it's rose, it's not like, I think sometimes people can be put off by rose because it's got that kind of like older, people think it's more like an older fragrance, like you think of more of like a nan fragrance using rose. But this is beautiful. It's Velvet Rose and Oud, and it's got that lovely heavy oud fragrance to it. It just smells really luxurious, but also really like feminine at the same time, and it's just stunning. I've just really been liking it, and I think I'm definitely going to purchase like a full size when this runs out. Moving on to some fashion favourites slash what's new in my wardrobe, because some of these I haven't worn yet, so they're not technically favourites, but you know I like to include a few what's new in my wardrobe pieces. So first up, I've got a couple of loungewear sets, because this is definitely the time of year when we're all wanting to be wearing loungewear. Like, it's getting dark, it's getting cozy and chilly, and you just want to be home and cozy. So I've got a couple of loungewear sets. The first one you may have actually seen if you watched my H&M Come Shopping With Me video last weekend. I tried this set on, and my mum would not let me leave the store without purchasing it, because she was like, it's just the nicest loungewear set ever. It's a little bit more kind of, slightly more of a smarter style. So this is the top. It's got like a little open collar, and then it's buttoned up all the way down, long sleeves, and kind of like a sort of taupey nude, I'd say. The top was $24.99, and I got it in a small. And I think the bottoms were $19.99. I also got those in a small as well. And again, these are ribbed as well, and they're like a straight, slightly wide leg. And I just thought it was a really lovely set, and I can see myself wearing this a lot. And it just was like a nice, kind of like, nice classy set of loungewear. So I thought I would just show you that before it sells out, because I feel like loungewear at H&M just sells out so quickly. And then another set of loungewear that is new in my wardrobe. This one is slightly more of a luxurious cashmere set, but it is this beautiful cream ribbed set from Lily Silk. And this is in also a ribbed fabric as well. So if I just hold it a little bit closer so you can see it. So this is the hoodie, which just feels beautiful. It's so soft. I know cream's not the most practical choice for loungewear, but it does also come in a few other colours as well. I was going to go for the beige, but I just saw this and I just thought, oh, it just looked so lovely and just very wintry, and I just, yeah, thought it was really lovely. So that is the top, and then matching wide leg trousers as well. So these are a similar style to the H&M. They've got the elasticated waistband, a drawstring, and then they are also like a wide straight leg as well, slightly wider than the H&M ones. Again, these just feel so soft. So this is more of like a luxury set of loungewear, and obviously the H&M is a more affordable price point, but yeah, both really lovely, and I will definitely be wearing both sets a lot over the next few months. And then my final new in fashion favourite this month are these gorgeous shoes, and I feel like these might be a little bit of a love it or hate it piece, because they are quite a particular style, quite a new kind of style trend that we've been seeing a lot recently. And at first I wasn't sure when I saw these. I think I don't know about you guys, but I've been seeing this style, like the Birkenstocks version of these, styled up a lot on Instagram. I feel like they're actually sold out everywhere, the Birkenstock version of these. But I spotted these on Flattered, and I actually preferred them to the Birkenstocks. First of all, because they are fur lined, which I thought just looked like the most comfortable version for autumn winter. And then they've also got this gorgeous gold chunky buckle as well, which just adds a little bit of detail, makes them look a little bit more, slightly more feminine. And I have been seeing a lot of girls styling these up with kind of wide leg jeans, obviously not this exact pair, but like the Birkenstock version of these with wide leg jeans. I think they look really cool styled like that. I am not sure how I plan on styling them yet, but I just think they are gorgeous, and I think they look really cool, and I just thought they were a really lovely pair of shoes for autumn winter, that kind of can go from slippers to outerwear and look good but also feel really comfortable at the same time. So I am definitely going to be styling these up, like over on my Instagram. You'll probably be seeing me styling them in a reel very soon. Let me know in the comments below what you think of these, if you're a fan or not. I would definitely be interested to hear your opinion. But that is everything for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. As I mentioned before, everything featured will be linked below in the description box, and if I have discount codes for any of the pieces that I've shown you, I will also pop the discount code next to each link as well. Any questions, just leave a comment and I will get back to you as soon as possible. But thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again in my next video. Bye.